When we say, मतलब आज के इसमें I'm going to take up some terms, maybe the authors or books. Sometimes it is on the other hand that who has written this book, or sometimes it might be written that who wrote, मतलब कि किसने लिखा है, या फिर बुक का नाम आ सकता है, the famous one. Then there might be some terms which you might be aware also, like what is bibliography, what is biography, what is autobiography. These are also there. These are part of one word substitution also, and also separately as literary aptitude. मतलब लिटरेरी एप्टीट्यूड के अंदर भी हम इसको लेकर आते हैं, और सेपरेटली जब मैं आपको बता रही थी वन वर्ड सब्सटीट्यूशन, उसमें भी हम देख सकते हैं. सो दीज टू कैन बी देयर. The very first is journalist. I'm taking up as a random, not exactly. Journalist. We call it as journalists. Journalists are the one who are writing the important issues. मतलब हम कहते हैं ना जर्नल, और तभी हम कहते हैं जर्नल, मतलब हम तभी उनको कहते हैं जर्नल. नाउ विद इन द, मतलब इन द राइटिंग सेक्शन ओनली, जब हम कहते हैं एडिटर, कॉलमनिस्ट, या फिर आपका जर्नलिस्ट, सो दे आर सेपरेट. सबके अपने अलग अलग काम होते हैं. So in a newspaper, a journalist might be writing about the important issues, whereas the second one is a columnist. The the difference between journalist is journalist writes about important issue, whereas जो columnist है, he would be writing about the, about sorry, his own opinion, his or our own opinion. एक बहुत ही कॉमन आजकल आने लगा है, मतलब जिसको दिस इज देयर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट इज ब्लॉगर, जो कि ऑनलाइन जर्नल्स पोस्ट करते हैं, उनको हम लोग ब्लॉगर्स कहते हैं. आजकल ब्लॉगिंग इज अ वेरी गुड करियर ऑल्सो. There are food bloggers, there are travel bloggers, so that this question, these kinds of questions can be there as what we call as match the column, or it may be there as one word question also. The next one is historians. You know that, I know. You know. Historians, the one who study history, the one who form opinions, those who are standing about, वो आपके होते हैं. Now, historian जो होते हैं, उनका exact काम होता है to evaluate the accuracy. If you remember, आपके 11th में एक chapter था, I think adventure. उसके अंदर जो थे, he was a historian. So they evaluate the accuracy, and it is about the narrative of past. What is the difference between biography and biopic? Biography is while you are writing, and biopic is when you present it with the picture. जैसे आप movies देखते हो तो धोनी MS धोनी वाली जो movie थी that was a biopic. सचिन तेंदुलकर की थी that was a biopic. So biopic is something presented in the pictorial form or in a motion form. Then lingual यानी कि linguistic refers to language. Now linguistic relates to language. तो अगर आपके पेपर के अंदर आ जाता बाय लैंग्वेज bilingual to two, and if it comes multilingual, which was a question also, that means many. This was a question. In fact, this was a question. What is bilingual? Bilingual मतलब जो दो में लिखता है, and multilingual हो जाता है दो मतलब कि many में लिखता है. Biography, when you are writing the story about when you are writing the biography of somebody else, and autobiography when we are writing it for ourselves, like आपका Wings of Fire by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, A Long Walk to Freedom, that is Nelson Mandela. तो ये आपके ऑटोबायोग्राफी हो जाते हैं जो खुद के होते हैं. Whereas when we talk about the about somebody else, then it becomes biography, right? The next is some other terms which we normally use in our literature. One is ambiguity. You can say when there are two meanings in a sentence, यानी कि it's not clear. हम ambiguity जो है, this can be a synonym also, this can come as an antonym also, one word also, or it can come as the MCQ also. तो ambiguity जब हम बोलते हैं तो हम कहते हैं कि that was मतलब यानी कि clarity नहीं है, साफ नहीं है what the person wants to convey. So this can be there as a part of your synonym, this can be part of your antonym, one word substitution, or it may be a general meaning. Because in many sentences हम ambiguity use करते हैं for unclear terms. Unclear के लिए कहते हैं कि there was lots of ambiguity, हम ये भी use करते हैं. So if in the reading passage में आपके आ जाता है unclear, तो it may be ambiguity. So this you have to understand. मतलब वैसे ambiguity का मतलब हो जाता है जिसके दो meanings होते हैं, और कौन सा meaning हम ले सकते हैं. This is there in our communication में हमारे आता है, in directing में हमारे आता है, that while we are communicating we need to be very clear. मैं आपको क्या कहना चाहती हूँ वो आपको क्लियर होना चाहिए. There should be no ambiguity, so that it comes as the ambiguity. The next is some books. आपको पता है जंगल बुक, मतलब जिसके ऊपर आपके पेपर में आ सकते हैं क्वेश्चंस. जंगल बुक ये लास्ट ईयर आया था. These are the books written by the same writer. That is why I've used the same thing. and I'm sure you might be knowing many of the answers from these questions. इनमें से आपको कईयों के आंसर्स अच्छे से आते होंगे. First, we will do all these. I think most of you know who has written Jungle Books, then Alice in the Wonderland. Ramayana, we have different one. हमारे कई हैं रामायणा के वर्जन्स. मतलब कि we have वाल्मीकि रामायणा, we have अलग अलग हैं. But the main it comes. Then आपका Robinson Crusoe, Wings of Fire, Two States, Three Mistakes, and Indian Girl. ये तीनों मतलब these are all the books of the same author. The Necklace, it was there in your 10th standard. Malgudi Days, Adventure of Sherlock Holmes, Panchtantra, Gulliver's Travel, Creator of Peter Pan. मतलब पहले हम ये करते. बहुत कम चांसेस हैं चेतन भगत के आने के. But because in normally in Delhi University the teachers don't like Chetan Bhagat. उनका जो literary, no doubt his books have been the best sellers. But when we talk about the literature, हम literature के बारे में बात करते हैं, so the words that he use are very abusive, they are very very vulgar. So normally the teachers don't prefer, but as a writer we need to learn it. As a writer we need to learn it. वैसे तो आप लोगों को आता होगा because Two States to it was even a movie इसीलिए, but still I'm just giving you this. अभी recently there was one interview in DU, तो उन्होंने जो है वहां पर पूछा उस लड़की से. देयर वाज एन इंटरव्यू सेंट स्टीफेंस में था. सो इट वाज आस्क्ड, दैट गर्ल वाज आस्किंग हु इज योर फेवरेट राइटर. शी वाज फ्रॉम नोएडा and she said ki my favorite writer is Chetan Bhagat, and the teacher was so what I can say annoyed. उन्होंने कहा कि how can a person have Chetan Bhagat as his or her, because the reason is कि she is मतलब कि he doesn't have a literary aptitude. But हम लोग, because I'm doing the thing which you are, and I told you this because कभी आपसे ऐसा कुछ पूछ ले तो आप लोग ऐसा जवाब मत देना. If someone asks you in this मतलब कि, तो please go for something which is actually a literature, which is actually a literature. That's why I'm giving you this example, because you should not take it as कि हाँ भाई मेरे को तो बहुत easy होता. And then that girl, she is known to me. तो जब मैंने उससे पूछा कि व्हाई डिड यू से, तो वो कहती है कि मैम मुझे उस वक्त में चेतन भगत याद आया, तो मैंने चेतन भगत बोल दिया था। मैंने मूवी देख रखी थी तो इससे मेरे को याद आया। नाउ इनमें से ये वाले जो मैंने पहले आपको करवाया है, द वन विच आई हैव डन इन द वेरी फर्स्ट, मतलब आई हैव सेग्रीगेटेड देम। दीज आर द वन, कहीं ना कहीं हमने सिख मतलब की फ्रॉम सिंस आवर चाइल्डहुड, और अभी तक हमने ये नाम कहीं ना कहीं तो जरूर सुना होगा। लाइक डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम की जो हमारा चैप्टर था, इट वाज देयर इन 9th स्टैंडर्ड, तो दैट वाज देयर इन विंग्स ऑफ फायर। और अभी तक मैंने जो मतलब लास्ट ईयर जो पेपर हुआ था ना, उसमें व्हाट आई नोटिस वाज that most of the questions which pertain to the literary aptitude were somewhere from 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, from those books which have been there in the CBSE circulation, NCERT के जो circulations हैं उनमें से। like in मतलब कि there was one time when the schools were had introduced novels also, तो उसके अंदर आपका जो है जंगल बुक was there, then Alice in Wonder World we have always said, Ramayana is a very common one, Ramayana या Mad Bhagavad Gita, then Robinson Crusoe we have read, Wings of Fire Dr. Abdul Kalam हमारे 10th में 9th में था, then two states, three mistakes. As I have said, I have taken it as only a part. Chetan Bhagat. The necklace, it was there in your 10th standard. Spelling देख लेना एक बार, मतलब आपको टिक ही करना, बट याद रख लेना। मालगुडी रेस, one of the very famous creation of R.K. Narayanan. Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, Arthur Conan Doyle का। Panchatantra, The Tales of Vishnu Sharma, Gulliver's Travel, it was a novel in our 9th and 10th standard. Creator of Peter Pan, J.M. Barrie. These are some of the one which you must have been acquainted somewhere when you were in your school. Then we have some more जो शायद, और या फिर मैं कह सकती हूँ ना शायद, इफ यू आर रियली यू नो व्हाट इज, मतलब कहने का मतलब ये है कि इफ यू आर अ लिटरेरी पर्सन, आपको आता होगा। मैं खुद भी कई नाम भूल जाती हूँ। Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite one. Jane Eyre, I have read it. Pride and Prejudice is one. इसकी हिंदी में मूवी भी बनी थी, आई थिंक अमृतसर टू एलए, उसमें वो है, ऐश्वर्या राय इज अ हीरोइन इन दैट, इट्स बेस्ड ऑन दैट मूवी, इट्स वेरी नाइस। Story of My Life and Diary of Young Girl was part of our literature also. Then you have one more that is called as um, Animal Farm. I don't know if you have read it about. I'm not going to take a large amount. What you say कि आप लोग learn ही ना कर पाओ. I'll be taking that much जितना कि आप लोग अच्छे से कर लो. I'm sorry, I've left two poems. Now I'm moving to some more terms. है तो वही maximum spoken language across the world. Then there was one question. The first free library of Britain was opened in. Then Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana are sacred text of that's very easy also. Teacher and mentor of Helen Keller. This is one of the important terms in that particular novel. Annie Sullivan. Ebenezer Scrooge is a character in. वैसे ये जो मतलब की चैप्टर है ना, this was there in our 9th standard जो हमारी पुरानी बुक थी ना उसमें था. देन आपका टू सिटीज जो आपके चार्ल्स डिकेंस में अ टेल ऑफ टू सिटीज है वो. जिम कॉर्बेट हम लोग जानते हैं जिम कॉर्बेट इज इन उत्तराखंड. बट दैट पर्सन जिनके ऊपर ये बना है वेयर ही वाज बोर्न. देन द एंशियंट ग्रीक ड्रामा क्योंकि ग्रीक लिटरेचर इज कंसिडर्ड एज द क्रैडल फॉर एनी लिटरेचर. So the dramatist wrote in which forms, which book is a part of the epic Mahabharata. Then we have certain terms like what is an epic, what is a saga, क्योंकि ये सब कुछ अलग अलग पेपर में आता है. So what do you understand by the word epic? Epic किसको बोलते हैं, saga किसको बोलते हैं? So these are some of the other terms which we would be doing today, right? CUCT, one thing I would like to tell that these one, like what is epic, what is saga, what is ballad. Ballad होता है हमारे यहाँ पर जो है कृष्ण का हम लोग करते हैं. The long story which is said in the form of a song or a poem. Then the word solil, solil मतलब अकेला, monologue यानी कि एक ही तरफा. There is no two way. Then Ode to the West Wind. It is one of the very famous by P.B. Shelley. So Ode is a tribute. Then William Shakespeare का आपका poem था Sonnet. He wrote it in 14 lines. Then haiku last year आया था. Haiku is a Japanese form of poem जिसमें 3 lines होते हैं. Then हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं दोहा यानी कि couplet. 2 lines आपके आएंगे और वो राइमिंग होंगे. एंड क्वाड्राप्लेट इज वेयर 4 लाइंस आर देयर जो ऑल्टरनेट्स होंगे उनकी राइमिंग होती है. So these are some of the words, some of the terms in fact which are associated with literature, poetry and all. You all can go through these. Then we have some other words also that we can take up in GK also. Like आपका आता है ना, who painted the Mona Lisa? So we all know Leonardo da Vinci. तो वैसे questions भी आ जाते हैं, but that would be part of your GK as well as part of your English. और English के अंदर Tom Sawyer का आपका जो है The Adventures of Tom Sawyer जिसमें ऑन पोली है वो वाला. ऐसे आपके एक दो क्वेश्चंस और हो सकते हैं जो आपने शायद 4th में 5th में 6th में पढ़ा हो. These are some of the terms, some of the names of the very common books. Then some of the uncommon books which you might have not heard. Like Christmas Carol हमारे 9th 10th standard में था. That is a beautiful drama, very beautiful. But right now it is not there as per the current syllabus. Two Cities, Jane Eyre, Pride and Prejudice. These are some of the very famous literary terms or literature in English.